People are always the problem, and people are always the solution. That's one of the important lessons of life I learned. So how do you handle and navigate people and relationships well? I really believe the quality of our lives, the joy that we have, the peace that we live in, the fruitfulness of our lives actually can all be traced back to the quality of our relationships. And yet many of us don't realize relationships play such an important part to the way that we enjoy life and where we end up into our futures. And so a really simple thought going to come through today's vlog. A foundational principle about how to make the most of our relationship. It's a thinking principle. It's a premise, a foundation I want to give you in this vlog today. Here's one of the basic principles that have helped me to understand how to handle relationships. Number one is that the primary strategy of heaven is relationship. I think when that sinks in, that everything heaven does is relational. The Father, Son and Holy Spirit are together in relationship. The reason God sent his Son to die upon the cross was to reconcile us back to him. That fundamental understanding helps me to think, well, if I align myself with heaven, then I have to align myself with this relational principle. If the primary strategy of heaven is relationship, it's also really important to understand that the primary strategy of hell, of the enemy, of the kingdom of darkness, is division. So heaven is working to reconcile things to relationship. The enemy is working to bring division, whether it's with husbands and wives, families with their children, churches with churches, friends with friends. Both these things are going on at the same time, and it's important for us to align ourselves with one way of operating: relationship or division. Good workout. Final thought on relationships, handling people well. Here it is. If heaven's primary strategy is relationship and the enemy's primary strategy is division, which one do you want to align yourself with? So rather than giving you tips today on, hey, don't forget to try this or try that, I might do that in another vlog. I'm just saying, understand the fundamental principle that there's two kingdoms in operation. One is all about relationship and the other one is all about division. One side note, it doesn't mean you have to sustain every single relationship. Some relationships are toxic and they need walking away from. Now, I'm not talking about the marriage covenant, I'm not talking about being planted in a particular church, but I do think if relationships are toxic, you need to pull away from that. I hope that's been helpful today.